This is an excerpt from our course video on tricky types of folds in hole punching problems. In this video, we're going to be discussing what we call off folds and peel back folds, and how to tackle them on the DAT. To start out, we're going to talk about what we call off folds. What we mean by off folds is horizontal or vertical folds that are not quarter folds or half folds, but that are instead folds of some other unusual fraction of the paper. This can make the paper folds look really confusing, but we can learn to handle them just like any other type of fold. Off folds are any fold that occurs in between the lines of the normal hole punching grid. So it could refer to folds happening around here, 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 or here. They can include little 1/8 folds like this, or folds that involve only 3/4 of the paper like this. And by that I mean 1/4 of the paper is not participating in the fold at all. And you'll notice that when off folds fold, their crease ends up sitting on hole locations on the hole punching grid. And that's why this type of fold is where you'll often find half holes, since the crease itself is sitting over a hole location. So when the hole's punched, it only has paper under half of it. And this is similar to the case of diagonal folds, which we discussed in the last video, because they also sit over top of hole locations and can sometimes cause half holes. When you come across an off fold in one of these problems, just focus on the grid and duplicate the holes across the axis just like normal, when you're picturing how things would unfold. In this example, this hole sits here on the grid, and so this unfolding step would duplicate the hole from here to here. So the hole moves over 2 spaces on the grid across the folding axis. For a problem with half holes, the holes just unfold and open up along the axis that they were punched through. Now that we have the basics, let's go through an example problem that has 2 off folds. First, we have this off fold up, which is one of those ones that involves 3/4 of the paper. And we can see here where that fold occurs on the grid. And then we have this fold down, which is also an off fold. Without thinking about the hole punching grid, this one is actually really hard to tell it even is an off fold. But this fold actually happens in a similar kind of spot on the grid as the first one, just towards the top of the paper. It folds the top edge of the paper about 3/4 of the way down. And we can see exactly where that crease sits on the hole punching grid here. This is where the first fold's crease sits underneath. The second fold is followed by a half hole punch here. Our first unfolding step would just open that hole up along this crease, but it leaves it sitting there in the second to top row on the hole punching grid. And then the next unfolding step would duplicate that hole down across the horizontal axis, creating another hole at the bottom row of the grid. And this pattern matches choice A. So choice A is our answer. Another kind of tricky fold that we want to draw some attention to is what we call a peel back fold. This is where some of the top layers of the paper are peeled back from the paper underneath and brought back in the other direction. These look super weird when you see them on the test. You might even think that there was a mistake in how the fold was drawn, but these are legitimate hole punching problems. So we're going to talk about how to analyze them. Let's look at this example. Here we have a horizontal fold, creating this shape of paper, this simple rectangle. And then there's just this crease that appears in the middle of the shape. But the overall shape of the paper doesn't change, which is just weird. But this occurs because only the top layer of paper is being folded back, up to here. Here's how this looks in 3D. Notice how this colored layer has been peeled back. If we look at how many layers of paper are in each area, we can see that the peel back fold made it so that there are fewer layers of paper in this area and more layers of paper in this area. And that's without changing the overall shape of the paper. So what if we have a problem where the hole sits here, meaning this hole goes through 3 layers, and there's just a single layer of paper that's left here. And this time, that's what we're going to color yellow. That means that the first unfolding step would bring this hole down until it sits on top of the paper at the bottom, which we're coloring here in yellow. This means that when we unfold this last step, This hole towards the crease will be duplicated over the horizontal axis, but this hole at the bottom will just be lifted off the paper that's sitting on and move up to the top of the paper, revealing that layer underneath. And here's how that lines up with the hole punching grid. Here's another example, this time of how it would look if there was a diagonal peel back. The first folding step for this problem is a vertical fold, and then there's a peel back of just this corner. And you can tell it's a peel back because there's still this layer of paper underneath. This is then how many layers of paper would be in each area, such that the hole is going to be going through 3 layers of paper, because it's punched here. When we unfold this then, remember that we still have this bottom layer of paper here, again shown in yellow. So unfolding this crease brings the hole up here, so that it sits on top of the paper underneath. Here it is unfolding in 3D. Then when we do the unfolding across the vertical axis, we get this middle hole being duplicated, but the top hole just moves from the left to the right, lifting off of the paper that it was sitting on, leaving that layer of paper underneath. And once again, here's that unfolding step in 3D. Let's look at an example problem with 2 holes that each sit in a different area of the paper. So we can expect that each of these holes will go through a different number of layers of paper. Here, we first have the paper folding up normally, followed by a crease appearing here, even though the overall shape of the paper doesn't change. As we just discussed, this means that a layer of paper from the top has been peeled back and moved to the bottom. So we just have 1 layer of paper peeling down, which means we end up with 1 layer in the area up here and 3 layers in the area down here. So this hole goes through 3 layers, and this hole goes through 1 layer. When we start unfolding, we have this hole being duplicated across the horizontal axis up, such that the new hole ends up sitting on top of the paper underneath. And consequently, this hole on the left would then be covered up by the paper sitting on top of it. So you end up with something like this, where the top left hole is covered up, and the top right hole only goes through the top layer of paper. During the final unfolding step, the middle hole would be duplicated down like normal, the top right hole would just be moved to the bottom, and the top left hole would simply be uncovered. So you end up with a pattern that is exactly like choice B. And this is how that final unfolding would look in 3D. So choice B is our answer. Subscribe to our course to access our full video on off folds and peel back folds. There we discuss these folds more in depth, including hidden half holes in off fold problems, and we walk through more complicated off fold examples, as well as several complex examples of peel back folds. Be sure to complete our question banks, which include a lot of these types of folds. Our explanations will clearly show what's going on for any problems that you might find confusing. You can sign up at pat.eruditionprep.com to start studying for free.